This year, our Enactus Durham projects have been working harder than ever. Traction have been working diligently to reduce material waste by producing sustainable and fashionable garments. Glow Cycle have been working relentlessly to tackle and overcome stigma which previous incarcerated women face upon release, and WeCraft have been working to combat loneliness within society. However, the two projects that we will be presenting today have something of a unified objective. That is, both projects seek to tackle hunger, both projects seek to tackle waste, and both projects aim to educate to achieve long-lasting sustainable development and change. Those two projects are Taka Taka Zero and TUFG.
In the 70 slums around Nairobi, every day 500,000 black bin bags worth of waste are produced. For the 2.5 million people living in these informal settlements, there is no way to safely dispose of their rubbish, so it ends up clogging the waterways and streets. In fact, due to the lack of governmental waste management, only 33% of all waste is collected and 3.7% is recycled. Growing up in Nairobi, I realized that waste management is a luxury, when in fact it should be a right.
Much of Nairobi's waste ends up in slum communities, and slum dwellers then cannot afford to pay for it to be collected, as they can barely sustain themselves. There are three root causes for this problem. The first is a lack of affordable infrastructure to cope with the never-ending stream of waste coming in. Secondly, there's little opportunity for employment. And finally, as a result of this, there's rampant food insecurity. We realised that we needed to instill value into waste in order for low-income individuals to prioritise their environment.
At Taka Taka Zero, we put this community first while specifically empowering young people to drive behavioural change and intercept the poverty cycle. Our three main beneficiaries are the community as a whole, which we supply with infrastructure, young people between the ages of 18 to 25 that are unemployed and untrained, and school children whose lives are impacted by the rubbish that riddles their community. To achieve this, we use an ingenious technology known as the community cooker. The community cooker is a large outdoor stove that incinerates waste at 800 to 1200 degrees Celsius and releases thermal energy which can be used to cook and heat water. The cooker has a combustion efficiency of 90% and releases pure carbon dioxide and non-toxic ash. This may seem counterintuitive, but given waste releases methane, which is 27 times worse than carbon dioxide, the cooker has a net negative carbon footprint.
Our model harnesses the power of this technology for social good. The cooker allows us to see waste not as a problem, but rather as a solution that supports our three beneficiaries. Firstly, by collecting waste and providing the community with infrastructure, we clean up their environment. Secondly, by managing waste, we train young people who are previously unemployed and often rehabilitated to teach them basic waste management skills. We compensate our trainees with a competitive wage equivalent to other skilled and low supervisory staff in Kenya. Thirdly, we convert waste to energy to A, support a school in cooking meals for their students who often rely on the school catering for the one meal they receive every day, and B, to make baked goods such as bread and cupcakes, which we sell to cover the cost of ingredients and compensation of our trainees.
By empowering two youth to take on managerial roles and collaborating with the Community Cooker Foundation to facilitate their training, we are able to run the project on the ground every day, with bi-weekly input from our team in Durham. Last year, from August until October, we ran a 2-month pilot project at Matari Community Outreach School to test our model and establish Taka Taka Zero's name in Nairobi. Using fundraised money, we repaired an existing community cooker and trained 17 individuals from a reformed youth group to run the project.
During the pilot, we ran the model on the school's cooker, incinerating waste, making school meals, while baking bread to make an income. This supported the school in 3 ways. Firstly, they saved on the fuel costs normally needed to run their gas stove. Secondly, the children learned about the importance of a clean community because we encouraged them to bring their waste from home. And finally, with the help of our partners, we supported their feeding program with a new kitchen garden built by Nestle and funding from Nudi Foundation.
Since its success, we have helped to make around 12,000 meals for the school children on site and trained 30 youths and members of staff to continue troubleshooting our business. On a daily basis, we incinerate approximately 200 bags of waste daily, collected from over 100 families in Mathare. We sell an average of 50 baked goods per day and have a profit margin of 40%, which covers 45% of the cost of labour every week.
As you can see, the Takataka Zero, we are collecting all the waste. Instead of dumping them, we are using them to create something else, as you can see. Yeah.
My message to Takataka Zero is that we really thank you for bringing us such a nice project, and it will help us get employment and also make our country greener.
We continue to run this project at the site from here in Durham while overcoming several challenges. We have created an ambitious but realistic timeline.
Our current focus is long-term financial sustainability. We have increased our bread baking business by 30% since last December, and we intend to repair the on-site shower block to provide hot showers for a small fee in Mathare.
We are now seeking a supermarket partner to receive surplus food to supplement the school's meals.
The downtown youth group, One Two, and also the MCA alumni are very pleased and happy to work with you guys. Thank you.
So for us, it's just to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
At Takataka Zero, we want to drive long-term behavioural change to fuel even more sustainable futures.
The Ugly Fruit Group. The Ugly Fruit Group was launched in 2019 as a response to food poverty and food waste in the North East. Since the beginning of the pandemic, food poverty across the UK has risen substantially, and the demand on food banks is at an all-time high. In Durham, each month 2,000 people alone are reliant on food banks. This has further been exacerbated by the cost of living crisis, especially in the North East, which was identified as a priority place for vulnerable people. According to the British government, the UK has the highest rate of food insecurity amongst children under 15 in Europe. A lack of food is especially detrimental to children, as it has far-reaching consequences not only on their education, but also their physical development. Yet in the UK, 70% of fresh fruit and veg never reaches the consumer, mainly due to the aesthetic nature of the produce. Our needs assessment also showed that the average food bank parcel provides 50% less than the recommended daily amount of vitamins.
We believe that everyone, no matter their background, income or age, should be able to eat 3 healthy and nutritious meals every day. Thus, the Ugly Fruit Group was created as a response to these issues and is dedicated to underpinning and sustaining our 3 core pillars: reuse, donate, and educate.
Reuse. We collect fruit and veg destined for landfill from 2 local retailers, Aldi and Robinsons. Donate. We donate 90% of produce collected each week to the Durham and the Student Union Food Bank, an initiative that we helped launch with Durham University. This helps to provide a fresh source of produce as opposed to the long shelf life goods food banks typically receive from citizen donations. The remaining 10% of food is used to make unique jams and preserves, which are sold locally in Robinson's greengrocers and at events. All profits are used to grow our impact and reach in County Durham. Educate. We collaborate with local primary schools in Durham to run interactive workshops about food waste with Year 5 to 6 children. We also host and attend numerous events and workshops with other climate groups and the university to raise awareness of the environmental and social cost of food waste whilst also selling our products.
Model. Using solid business principles and taking an entrepreneurial approach, we have created an innovative solution to reduce both food insecurity and food waste in our local area. Every fortnight, we produce a wide range of innovative products such as jams, juices, marmalades and chutneys made from the produce that our local food banks can't accept, and sell them at eco-fairs and at local greengrocers. Over the years, we have worked continuously to develop a sustainable and circular business model centred around helping the community.
Our impact. In spite of logistic hurdles created by the pandemic and losing our original space, since April 2021, we have managed to successfully list our products in a local greengrocer and have a long-standing agreed relationship with them. This year alone, the amount of food we have saved equates to 984 healthy meals. We have also saved over 500 kilograms of CO2 just from preventing fruit and veg going to waste. This equates to boiling the kettle approximately 15,700 times. Additionally, this year we saved almost 300,000 litres of water through preventing food waste.
Challenges. One of our biggest challenges has been awareness. We've hosted numerous more events each time, from apple picking session to hosting informative stalls at the University Library or Freshers' Fair. But we're also listed as one of the top 10 of eco groups in Durham in 2022.
Challenges and managing risk. The last year has had its challenges, including finding a new space and maintaining impact of rising costs. New space. In June last year, we learned that we had to find a new warehouse space within a month. Whilst this was a challenging task, we pooled our resources and determinedly contacted local centres and the university for advice. Following a discussion with the head of catering at Durham University, we were able to use a university space and have been cooking there ever since. This had an unexpected benefit, as we are able to produce our jams there as well, further reducing our operational costs. The cost of living crisis. By decreasing the number of stores we collect from and donating more to local food banks, we have significantly reduced our petrol costs. This has enabled us to adapt our pricing model and make our products more affordable, thereby reaching a wider consumer base.
What next? We have also been a successful recipient of Team Lewis Corporate Social Responsibility funding and have received free PR services from them in order to help us improve our branding and our reach on social media channels. We have also won the M&S competition through Neighbourly, the funding of which helped mitigate the impact of the cost of living crisis, allowing us to sustain our operations.
We are also planning to be working with the Sociology Department at Durham University in a new participatory action research project tackling the destigmatisation of and future alternatives to food banks, working alongside a range of players involved in tackling food poverty as well as speaking to beneficiaries themselves. We will aim to host at least 2 catering events with our products offering canapés and drinks in order to widen the amount of events and people that we can reach, as well as to increase our scale and income generated. At the Ugly Fruit Group, we are aiming to reduce food poverty and waste in the North East, one jar at a time.